Hey dolls, welcome to Plastic Chic's Closet. Today we're turning, guess what? Play-Doh into high fashion. That's right, it's the Play-Doh Barbie Ruffles and Bows designer doll set. So, I am very excited for this set because this brings together two of my childhood icons, Barbie and Play-Doh. So, it's basically for a squishy, stylish collab that's basically made for this channel. And of course, we're about to sculpt, snip, style, and slay. So sit back, grab a sparkly drink, and let's open this box of fashion dreams. So before we open this set, let's go ahead and have a quick fashion fact break. Did you know that Play-Doh wasn't always a toy? It actually started in 1930s as a wallpaper cleaner. Yeah. Okay, so it wasn't until the 1950s that it was rebranded as a modeling compound for kids and then exploded in popularity. And since then, it's been a creative staple in playrooms and classrooms, and now we're turning it into Barbie couture. Just a real full circle moment. Okay, first things first, let's go ahead and look at this box and the packaging. The packaging is really super cute, bright, bold, and very Barbie Dreamhouse meets DIY couture. So let's go ahead and open it up. Let's go ahead and unbox. Alright, while I unbox this, there is a little fun fact that I like about Play-Doh. So, did you know that Play-Doh originally came in only one color, which was off-white? That's it. It wasn't until the late 1950s that they added the colors like red, blue, and yellow. Now we definitely gotten a rainbow and of course, Barbie pink, right? Totally. And another fun fact that if you've played with Play-Doh as a kid, you know that they actually have a signature scent. Like, did you know that it actually has not only a signature scent, it has an official scent. So in 2017, it was actually trademarked. It's described as a combination of sweet, slightly musky, vanilla-like fragrance with a slight overtone of cherry and the natural smell of salted wheat-based dough. So basically, our childhood in a can. I just know that opening this will bring back amazing childhood memories. Like the amount of times I've played with Play-Doh with my siblings. This is just amazing. Let's go ahead and check what comes with this doll set. Oh my god, alright, this is really exciting. I see the doll, I see the Play-Doh, and I see a bunch of other accessories. So let's go ahead and go one by one and see what comes in this doll set. Alright, first things first, this thing comes with a little, I think, how-to pamphlet. Okay, so these are the instructions. These are very important. I'll set this aside. And the next thing it comes with, I think, what is this? It's a ruffle-making tool. It's like what you squeeze things or you squeeze Play-Doh out of. And here's that hair mold, I believe. That's a little thick, but we'll see. We'll play with it. And of course, here's Play-Doh. Pink, yellow, and what is this? Okay. And I think those are attachments for the ruffle making tool, and those are the swappable attachments. And the bigger pink, I think it's for the dress. Let's see what else she comes with. It looks like this is the stand. And inside the bag with the stand is also some sort of an accessory to cut the Play-Doh sheet with, from what I saw in the box. And this is a stand, which is a little, this is huge. This stand is just huge. So I don't know why it's necessarily need to be that size, but okay. So we have like a little bit of a rolling pin and a plastic knife. All right, let's go ahead and open these guys up. I think I will be using some of my clay tools with these as well, because I do use clay or play with clay a lot, so I do have some other tools that I think would work well with these. And looks like this is a plastic skirt wrap. Let's see, let's open it up. Okay, so it looks like it's the base of a skirt, and you can most likely put the Play-Doh around it. And she also comes with a pair of shoes and also plastic necklace. And of course, this big box you can see is a Millie, and she is our doll. I don't know what her articulation is, but from the pictures, I don't see a lot of articulation. It's just your regular, I think they call it 6 point of articulation, which is the head, the shoulders, and then the legs. And also her scalp is molded to that she has like this short hair. It's a molded short hair look. So of course, because we're going to be putting clay over it, so it makes sense that she's not rooted. Her body also has the printed underwear sculpt on, and I think this is the Play-Doh sheet. It's that pink Play-Doh with the, I think, purple bows from the box. So here's everything that she came with. So there's the tools and Play-Doh that you need. Here is the Play-Doh sheet. This is the instructions. Here's our Millie, our Barbie doll. And let's go ahead and see. Let's start. Looks like we should start with, I think we're going to start with hair. So let's go ahead and start making this doll, and let's go ahead and use this mold, and let's go ahead and sculpt her hair. So let's talk hair. From the picture, it's the blonde. She's blonde, of course. So we're going to use the yellow Play-Doh. So this set comes with a mold for a sleek updo. So we're going to try that first. Oh, I know when I open this, oh, there's that smell. Okay, I know you all know this smell because it's just bringing childhood memories to me right now. But let's go ahead and get that mold for her hair for the sleek updo. So from the picture, you're just going to put a little piece of Play-Doh on both sides. So let's go ahead and do that. And then once you have a generous amount of Play-Doh on both sides for the bang and the back of the head, let's go ahead and see if we can put it so it's going to look like that. So we are going to put it on her head, and then we are going to squeeze it together. So let's see if this works. All right, everyone ready to squeeze with me? So let's go ahead and do this. Ooh, that is oddly satisfying. Okay, so it doesn't really fully close, so let's see what it looks like. Okay, let me go ahead and clean out the parts here so that I don't have all of these lingering Play-Doh just everywhere. And let's go ahead and see. Let's do a pop-up, and oh wow, that is actually kind of cool. Wow, that is really cool. Okay, let me go ahead and show you guys a different view. Okay, so here is a different angle so you can see it's a little closer. So let's go ahead and clean up these little stragglers of Play-Doh around her face, and I'll show you a closer look of what that molded hair looks like. Okay, seems like it's going to be tricky because the Play-Doh has a tendency to stick on the mold, but you could easily nudge it, but here it goes. So it's like a little sleek updo that she has on, but this is kind of cute. So we're basically just cleaning out like the Play-Doh baby hairs around. All right, let's see. Let's look at a closer look. It's not perfect, but I see where they're going, and especially this is really meant for kids and not adults. I could totally see where the playtime portion of this doll comes in, but it's me and I'm a little bit of OCD. Let me go ahead and clean these corners up a little bit. I'm not just OCD, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist as well. So my little OCD, PTSD, kind of like Tony Shalhoub from Monk moment is really showing right now. But I'm gonna let it go, and I know this won't be perfect, but alright. But I wanna give her a little bit of like some texture. So this tool I'm using is actually from my very own set of tools where I use clay. It's basically used to just smooth things out. But I feel like I'm going to add a little bit of like hairlines in front. So I'm just going to basically do some creases on the clay to kind of like just give it a little bit of texture. Okay, I think you can see it. It's looking a little bit better rather than just like that big helmet hair that she had on. The little creases does kind of give her a little bit of a more of my personality or my style. So next up, we're going to get this like Play-Doh sheet with the bows on them, and then it also has a cutter. So let's go ahead and get that. Okay, so I'm just studying a little bit. So basically getting a cutter. So that looks like the upper part of that cutter is the top part, and then the little strip is for the back. So let's go ahead and open that piece of Play-Doh sheet. But before we do that, let's go ahead and put on her skirt so that we could create that ruffled effect that they showed us on the box. All right, and if you're enjoying this doll size design session we're happening right now, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and stay in the closet with me for more glam, goo, and tiny little fashion chaos. Alright, so here is that Play-Doh sheet with the printed or pre-cut bows in them. So let's go ahead and open that, and then we're also going to be needing that tool to cut the pieces to make like the tube top for this doll. Okay, that was a little bit challenging, or such a struggle to open that Play-Doh sheet up, but let's go back and look at our manual. Let's see, so we have that little cutter. We'll go ahead and find that, and let's go ahead and cut away. Okay, so I have to get this perfectly. I want the bow right in the middle, so we're going to press right there. But before we do that, let me go ahead and double check and technically triple check and see what it should look like. So it should be the bow is right smack in the middle. So I think we picked the right spot, and let's go ahead and press down. Okay, this seems a little fun, but I know with kids this could get a little bit messy, but as an adult collector we always like things perfect. So this is where that OCD comes in. Everything has to be perfect. All right, let's go ahead and see. Hope this works. Wow, that was actually pretty easy. And then from what I've seen, you just basically just like drape it on top of it and kind of start pressing it against the doll for it to stick. I guess don't press too hard because I don't want to ruin the purple bows. And let's go ahead and take off the back part as well and see if we can put that on. Well, not really putting it on, more like slapping it on. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Oh wow, that looks pretty good. So basically, let's go back. For this first outfit, we're doing the full Play-Doh look. And we're starting out with that Play-Doh pattern sheet that was like pre-made for us. And weirdly, the Play-Doh is a little soft, and it feels like clay. It feels like Play-Doh. So don't be fooled that it's fabric. It really is meant for kids. As an adult, this maybe kind of ruined the fantasy, but I'm okay trying it. So just to look back, we basically cut out the top with the cutters that they provided, and then now let's go ahead and see. We are going to go with a skirt, and then we're going to go with that the ruffle texture. But first, let's go ahead and add some earrings. So I'm going to just do 2 pink Play-Doh dots on each ear, so it's giving like mod enamel. Okay, now let's go move on to the skirt. I'm going to see here on the manual. So it looks like I will need that little presser, and not only the presser, I will also need some pink clay to create that like ruffle texture. And I'm just putting the accessories on and putting on her stand, so it's easier for me to put those ruffle pieces on her. I'm still wondering why this base is really wide, but I think it's wide so that it actually keeps the doll stable while you're putting the stuff on her or using her as like a mannequin or a model. But let's go ahead and start this process. Let's go ahead and open the pink Play-Doh that came with the set, along with, we're going to use this, like, it looks like a stapler or a presser, and it comes with these attachments as well. I think these attachments are the one that makes the ruffles. But let's go ahead and figure out how to put this in. So again, this is the ruffle tool, and remember we got 2 attachments for this little bad boy here, and both look like little pasta makers, and I'm very into it. And I don't know, does it just snaps in like this? All right, I really can't figure it out. So see, oh, there you go, it just snaps. It snaps right in. Okay, maybe it's upside down. Okay guys, I'm sorry. So that took a moment for me to figure out that it's basically just a sliding mechanism. So let's go ahead and do that. Open the Play-Doh and let's start making ruffles. So I think with this playset, the most enjoyable part is really just making things out of Play-Doh and just getting your hands dirty with Play-Doh. That's what makes it fun. I also don't remember the last time I played with Play-Doh, so this will be fun. All right, let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and make ruffles. Alright, I hope this turns out well. Okay, I think we're ready to make our very first ruffle. Let's go ahead. One last look at the manual. Alright, those are the ruffles. Alright, just checking it twice. And let's go ahead and squeeze. And oh my god, there you go. It's making ruffles. Oh my god, this is awesome. Look at that. Look at that. It's basically like a pasta maker for kids. Oh wow, this is so cool. Alright, let's keep doing this. Let's go make more. It wasn't really that bad. It kind of spirals out like a fabric wave. So it's a pretty cool tool, but I don't know, this is kind of like a lot to clean up. Okay, let's gather more Play-Doh and let's make more ruffles. Oh, this is so much fun. This brings me back to just being a kid, guys. Okay, let's do this again. So we successfully made one ruffle. Let's go ahead and make another one. Oh my god, I will be squeezing and pressing this thing and making Play-Doh ruffles for the next, I don't know. I could just do this all day. So let's go ahead and see how this ruffle looks on the doll. Alright, let's start at the bottom and let's go ahead and start pressing them in. And oddly, these ruffles are actually holding their shape better than I expected. Honestly, this is turning out kind of a chic skirt. What do you guys think? Look at that. Okay, let's go ahead and make more ruffles. So I pressed more Play-Doh and then let's go ahead and press this thing through and let's make more runway rigatoni fashion carbs. Alright, and there you go, look at that, and it easily just flops in on that like little mold that they gave us. And I think we should go ahead and roll more ruffles for the back part. What do you guys think? I'm a little bit obsessive and this is fun, so let's go ahead and roll more ruffles. So basically I'm just rolling a log of Play-Doh to press through, and then I'm putting back this attachment, but let me go ahead and clean it first so we get a smooth ruffle here. The cleanup on this is a little bit messy. I don't think I'll be doing this in Plastic Chic's closet diorama because I don't want things to get messed up, but you can see here with our little own pasta maker for our dolls. But this is so cute. I could totally see this for kids. This is definitely not for adults. Because I know some collectors out there are like OCD like me that like things organized and neat, and this is a little too messy for me personally. So while I make more ruffles, and if you guys would love to see any other types of video or content, definitely let me know under the comments. Just comment it below. Okay, that last one was a little bit of a flop, but that's fine. Every designer has a first draft, okay? All right, we're going to remix it. Let's go make one last one to finish this off. So now we literally have the hang of this and we've got a rhythm. So basically it's press, peel, and place. It's actually really satisfying. You can angle it a little or twist it more for a dramatic flair. I'm basically the John Galliano of Play-Doh right now. So here is Miss Millie, Miss Barbie with her flared skirt. Is it flared? I think it's a little flared. It's almost flamenco-like. Like, look at that drama, the volume. I'm calling this the squish couture. And with this look, we basically topped it off with, of course, the Barbie bag and flat feet shoes. I wish it came with high-heeled feet, but flat feet is okay. So we went for a clutch, and Of course, it says Barbie. It really is giving main character. And this whole outfit is basically kind of saying, this look was molded to my body. Now for the second look, let's go ahead and make something maybe a little expected or unexpected. Let's go ahead and mix materials. Where I'm going to be using this Hello Kitty Barbie top made from real fabric. And of course, we're going to be pairing it with the Play-Doh skirt. And we'll see how it looks. And for this one, I think we're going to change up the hair. I think I'm going to give her like a kind of a ruffle hat to match the skirt. Let's go ahead and make more ruffles. So again, we are going to be using the ruffle tool, but this time we are going to use it for the hair, because why stop at skirts when you can give her a full-on sculpted gorgeous mane? What do you guys think? I think once I'm done with this look, she's going to look like she's headlining a Play-Doh pop concert. And for my fans out there that are big gem fans, I'm not a big gem fan, but I've seen a couple of the episodes and it's going to be giving very gem and the holograms. And also please remember, these Play-Doh sets are basically made for kids, so the key here is really don't overthink it. Just press, peel, flip, flop, fluff. We're just basically just making things, and I feel like these are literally made for, of course, they're made for kids, but they're made for kids to pass time. Yes, so definitely if you're an adult trying to play with this, your OCD will really get the better of you. All right, let's go ahead and make more ruffles, just a couple more pieces. Now let's go ahead and layer the ruffles onto her head. I think we're just gonna make it look like a headpiece. Okay guys, this feels too good. I didn't think Play-Doh hair could look extra, but here we are. It literally is giving cotton candy. I think I would call these cotton candy floral headpiece, or maybe something crazier, maybe like a flower petal hairpiece. So at this point, I'm literally just pinching some pieces together and letting it do their own thing. I would say it's a sculpted type of chaos, but make it fashion. Like, look, I'm just letting it do what it's supposed to do, because I really can't control this Play-Doh at the moment. But really, Play-Doh hair is such a vibe because you can literally redesign the whole style in like 2 seconds. Like if you want it flat, you add more. Is it too tall? Make it shorter. Is it like annoying you? So just go ahead and smush it. So there really is no commitment, just squish and switch. So now I'm trying to see if I can make a belt or a ribbon with this Play-Doh. Let's see what we can do. Okay, this is looking a little too crafty for me. I don't think I like this at all, but with kids' imagination, they see that as like a full-on Chanel runway. So here is the final look of mixing and matching a real top with the Play-Doh skirt. So you saw I mixed the yellow with the pink on the top layer of that skirt. So now she's looking like a headliner of her own runway or her own Play-Doh pop concert. So the kind of doll who shows up late to the concert and still gets the applause. Okay, so if you're into this hot pink Play-Doh hair fantasy, headpiece fantasy of hers, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button because honestly, Barbie deserves to be seen. Okay, so for our final look, we're switching dolls and bringing in the one, the only Odile. She is the Macy's, or not a Macy's, a store exclusive Odile fashion set, and she's definitely going to be rocking this. I'm going to see if I can make her a ruffled off the shoulder, like a one shoulder top, and let's see how it looks with this outfit. So we're pairing that outfit with the Keith Haring pants from the Keith Haring Barbie. So for the top, of course, we'll be using the hot pink Play-Doh that came with this set because Odile doesn't do neutrals. We all know that. And we are using the little strip making here, and because we don't want it too flat, we need body, we need structure. This isn't a crop top, it's a fashion moment. I'm pressing it through the ruffle tool again, but just on one side of the strip so the other edge stays clean. That way it wraps neatly around her shoulder while the ruffle flares out like a drama sleeve. But dolls, the texture this tool gives, what do you guys think? It's honestly perfect for creating movement. Like she's mid-spin, mid-pose, mid-fashion takeover. Like look at those ruffles. While we're making those ruffles, just do a little fun fact about Play-Doh again. Did you know that Play-Doh isn't just for fun? It's used in classrooms for sensory play, motor skills, even early sculpting classes. Honestly, it's giving multi-purpose queen. So I skipped you guys the process of putting it all on her. So I just basically laid it on top of Odile. So it was just basically wrapping it around first the shoulder and then her arms, and now we're just really securing this piece on the back. And it's also like smoothing the Play-Doh to shape it a little bit more into a fitted bodice even with the ruffles. And now let's finish off her look. Let's go ahead and put on her shoes. All right, are you guys ready for the final look? And here is Odile. She's just not here to blend in, she's here to make her entrance with her Play-Doh top. This look just says, I skipped the ball and went straight to the after party with my homemade top. But I bet you the imagination that would come from this kid that would make this top would be very happy, and I think little plastic Chic would be very proud of this top. But honestly, between the fitted like capri pants and this ruffled top, Odile is really giving me like fashion sculpture at the bootleg Met Gala, but like if the Met Gala was hosted in a Play-Doh factory. What do you guys think? And honestly, this one shoulder top is one of my favorite things I made with this Play-Doh set. It's unexpected, asymmetrical, and totally chic, especially paired with this gingham skirt. Okay dolls, what do you think? Would you wear a one shoulder Play-Doh ruffle top in real life? I feel like it's just a few seasons away from becoming real. And okay dolls, I couldn't stop there with just 4 looks. You know, I had to give you a full Play-Doh fantasy to finish the show off. So for a final look, I made everything from the hair, the top, the skirt, out of 100% out of Play-Doh. So she's literally ready for what I'm gonna call the Grammys. So with this look, I think she's a walking sculpture, a moment, and totally a mood. And honestly, making everything from scratch was so much fun. It really shows how far you can push this set. It's a little chaotic, maybe, but is it fabulous for kids? Absolutely. Okay, so real talk, this set really totally surprised me. It's not really just a gimmick, it's super creative, surprisingly relaxing, and it lets you style instead of just dress the doll. I love that it comes with a Barbie and tools that feels high quality. You can mix it with your existing clothes or go full runway like I did. I do wish they included a few more color options or maybe a place to store everything, but honestly, I'll just organize it in one of my extra doll drawers and we're good. So I want to know which one of the 5 outfits did you guys like the best today and was your favorite. Definitely let me know in the comments. I do read them all. And if you had fun hanging out in the closet today, make sure to like this video and subscribe. This really has been a full-on Play-Doh runway takeover and I love every squishy second of it. And that is it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. Laters!